Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop. On today's episode, we take a walkthrough of New York Comic Con.
Star Wars guys, all realistic. In their universe, all realistic. No, they don't have to. That's why it's fantasy. Star Wars is real. Realistic bodies.
You don't like Cyclops?
No, fuck Cyclops. No, I like Cyclops as a character.
That's your daddy, man.
I just don't like the
That's your daddy,
I don't
bro.
like the unrealistic muscle.
That's your daddy. You guys enter to win the Iron Man statues too. I can scan your badge right here if you want a chance to win.
So at the Sideshow Collectibles booth, let's just go ahead and start with Hot Toys. So the only two new Hot Toys that I've seen on display was the Mandalorian and a new droid. Now the Mandalorian looks exceptional. It doesn't appear that all of the parts are reuse. However, you can tell the majority of its components does come from the Boba Fett that Hot Toys has previously released. I was a bit disappointed at what Hot Toys had to display because, man, they really bought it at San Diego Comic-Con. So I was hoping for this one, maybe they would have dived more into their Champions line that they have. At San Diego, they showed the Venom Pool, and I was hoping here we were able to see at least 2 more characters from that franchise. I was also hoping that we got our first look at Shazam. However, we still have not seen official solicitation from Hot Show other than that one image, and I'm starting to think that we will not receive a Shazam in Hot Toys fashion. In addition, no follow-up pictures of the Vulture that they showed as well, so no idea if Hot Toys is planning to release that figure or not. So moving on to Sideshow Collectibles, there was absolutely nothing new. Now, some of the figures that they're shown, let's start with the Wonder Woman. I was strongly considering purchasing this. Now, some of the wants that I wanted from this figure when they showed the prototype was I felt that the flesh tone was way too pale. The head also looks a bit long, and I was hoping that they actually bulked up the figure. She's too skinny in my opinion. So now seeing this again at New York Comic-Con, I feel pretty confident that this is the final version, and if it is, I'm gonna have to pass on that Wonder Woman. So for the Superman, more than likely I'm gonna pass on that figure as well. I feel that the body as well as the suit looks very good. The head sculpt, it's done particularly well. However, it's something about it that just is not reminiscent to Superman to me. So if I do purchase this figure, without a question, I will be changing that head sculpt. Now, moving on to the characters that I'm most likely to get, let's start with the Flash. So what throws me off about the Flash is that you can't see a lot of definition underneath the costume itself. So for this figure, I'm probably at a 65 when it comes to purchasing out of 100. We'll see as time goes on. Now moving on to the characters that I'm absolutely are going to buy is the Magneto. I thought the Magneto looked phenomenal. I wasn't a big fan of the lines going through the costume. It kind of reminded me of how Mezco-fies certain things. But I'm willing to get over this. I feel that the head sculpt really looks good. And the costume, with the exception of those lines, look good as well. And that Joker is a must for me. That Joker looks phenomenal. The Sideshow version comes with 2 head sculpts. The suit looks good. I like the expressions that he has. So without a question, I'll be purchasing this. And I feel that it's dropping some point between November and December. So maybe I'll be able to do this review pretty shortly. And last but not least, the figure without a question from Sideshow that I am 100% buying is Red Skull. In my opinion, this is the best looking version of Red Skull that we have in action figure form, period. Whether 6-inch, whether 1/6 scale, whether Marvel Legends, Hot Toys, whatever, Mezco, whatever figures you want to grab, I feel that they all fall short to this version of Red Skull. So without a question, this is an absolute purchase for me.